our guest today has come. We want to officially welcome you to the Entrepreneurs Lounge, episode 4. We are so happy to have you here today once again. It's amazing. We hope that we learn, we hope that we engage, and we get a lot more from Mr. Twaha here. And Mr. Twaha, you are very welcome.
Thank you so much, and I'm happy to be here too.
Yeah, and because we're a bit out of time in that sense, we shall start right away. First of all, I'm so glad to see you again after a long time.
Yeah, I remember.
Yes, Mr. Twaha here is the CEO of Discount Hardware, like I said, Discount Hotel, the gym, Mbara Sports Arena. He's a builder, a risk taker, he's a visionary, and I think he's one of the people we can say who are actually shaping business, the business landscape in Mbarara. We agree. So it is an honor to have him, and maybe he can just give a small welcome and introduction. Maybe before you speak, the people you are seeing here want to become, first of all, rich. Secondly, they want to have businesses which can work. Some of them want to reach where you have reached. So they would love to learn more from you and engage.
Oh, that's so
Yes.
great. It's a process. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I'm so glad to be here. It was really a short notice, but I had to come in. My name is Twaha Kashaka. I'm a business person in Mbarara. I'm born in Mbarara, raised in Mbarara, and working in Mbarara. So I'm happy to be part of you guys. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much. So I would love to start it off from where you are now. I believe that there are some things which have actually been sacrificed and some things that have been done along the journey to reach where you have reached. Maybe for all of us here, can you just walk us through your journey? Doesn't have to be because you may take years, but your journey, the key points you think are important and where you think we can learn a thing or two.
I think it's so bold, but maybe take you a little bit back. I did a bachelor's in international business at MOOBS,
Wow.
and I specialized in Chinese language. But when
Ni hao?
yeah, ni hao. So, but when I was at campus, I wanted to do law. I don't know if any of you did law. Is there anyone who did law here?
Okay.
Yeah, but that was my dream course. So something so funny is that I did 2 courses at the same time. I was at MOOBS doing a bachelor's in international business. I would go in the MOOBS would study in the morning till lunchtime. Then in the afternoon, I would jump on a border, then go to MOOC at LDC because I was doing a diploma in law. But in the middle there, I realized my thing was not in law. And even if I'd done that course, I would end up in business because I'm grown up in business. My parents are business people in Mbarara. Maybe Andrew knows our parents have worked together from day one. So I've been working with them as from 7 years till when I finished. So I knew every basic about business. So I knew there's nothing I ever wanted to do in life apart from business. Because I knew buy, sell, make profit. That's the only thing I know in my head. Yes, that's the only thing I knew. So in the middle, I was like, no, let me concentrate in one course so that I make it pass. And I left law and I concentrated at DIB and graduated, came up with an upper. So I did well. So secondary, I was at Chivuli for 6 years. Chivuli Secondary.
Okay.
I did so well. Still in Chivuli, that given me at Budo, P7 there. But I really wanted to go to a religious school so that I learned more about my religion. I'm a Muslim. So I ended up going to Chivuli. And another thing why I didn't go to Budo was they were putting on shorts. I was tired. I'm like, no. I'm tired of shorts. So I'm like, I want to put on a long trouser.
Oh.
So those are the only 2 reasons why I didn't go there. So I went to Chivuli SS. I was the head prefect.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was
that's
the head
good.
boy. Then I came to campus. I contested for guild presidents.
Was that in Nakawa? Or?
Yeah, Nakawa.
Wow.
Yeah, Nakawa.
Hey.
It did. I was independent. You know, we are NRM people, but these people are not straight. So they brought someone.
But it's okay.
You see, they fronted someone. Then I became. I'm like, no. You know, it's all about money. You know, yeah. I'm like, no. I became independent and I stood. But FDC won. By then it was Best who was everywhere. Just like right now we have Chagwan.
Yes,
so
yes.
He came at campus and he campaigned for the FDC guy. He won, but he won me by 3 votes. I will never forget. And they told me, you know what, the Electoral Commission was FDC. And like, you know what, give us money, we'll take you through. I'm like, no, me, I was so sure I was going through.
Well, for me, they won me. I don't know, I don't want to say the number of votes, but it was so. What I can tell you here, there are 6 former presidential aspirants, you inclusive, in this room. Isn't that amazing?
Well, this is so good. Let's clap for that. So we have leaders here.
We have leaders here.
So that's why from that day I got disappointed in politics up to now.
So how do you then move and then you now come and make some of the best businesses that are running in Bara?
Oh yeah, so after campus, you know, that's where most people make blunders. After campus, you've been, because I've studied from Kampala from P2 up to when I finished university. So the problem comes in when you finish university. Most people don't want to come back this side. But me, I kept on telling my friends, Barara, I've been there. Bara is a virgin area. If you want to make money, just go back home or leave the city, go somewhere else. So I told my friends, me, I'm not staying to Kampala, I came to Bara. 1 year after graduation, that was 2015. 2016, I worked with my parents. I got an internship at URA, and 1 year after, I told my parents, you know what, I want to start my own. Actually, we had a fight with my father about it, because one, I'm an African boy, and we really need to know that African business, maybe Andrew, them, they're doing it so well, but in this African culture, family businesses rarely succeed, right?
Yeah.
Because we are so many. We are so many kids, and you never know. So I'm like, my vision was bigger. Andrew, we share so much things. I don't know whether Andrew has ever spoken to you.
It's coming up
but
next
our
if he allows.
parents were hard people. Andrew needs credit. To change them from analog to digital, it was so hard. Our parents know, go to China, buy your things, go to roofing, go to Uganda, buy things, put them in the store. Sit on the chair and wait for customers to come in. So when I'm done with university, I'm like, you know what, Dad? We need to put up a system. We need we need to get these things, count everything, put them in the system so that the business is so easy to monitor. And like, no, that's not how I do my things. That's additional expenses that I'm ready to do. So we had some fights with my father. I'm like, you know what? Let me go and start my own. Okay. So that's how I ended up.
So what did you start
business.
with?
I started with a general business, hardware. Still, I knew hardware, but the advantage is my father gave me space where I was working from.
Okay.
So I was not paying rent. So what he did, I knew he had made connections in hardware. So I called them. So that's the advantages of parents who have been in business for long. So suppliers easily trust you. Like, I'm going to give you my things on credit. If you don't pay them, we shall tell your father. So it was so easy to say, hello, roofings, my name is Twaha, I'm a son of so-and-so. I've started my own shop, I would want you to supply me. So I worked with roofings, I worked with Global Paints, and some other few companies that supplied me things. So that's how I ended up starting hardware.
So from the hardware to the sports arena, how did that transition come about and why?
As a businessman, I was selling, when I started, I was selling almost everything. I was selling nails, iron bars, everything. But I sat down and I'm like, no, this is not what I have to do. I need to specialize in something. Hardware is so boiled, business is so boiled. You understand? I'm like, I need to specialize in something. So after some few years, maybe 2 years, 3 years, I don't remember so well, I stopped selling everything. I called my sister who stays in the US, had some little savings. I told her about my dream. I remember by then she gave me some money. I told me I would pay her After it, I think it was around 8,000 US dollars. So I traveled to China for the first time. I didn't know anyone. I was alone. You know, we grew up with fathers who are so strong.
Yeah.
Like Gendo Febivio. Go and try.
The
be
real
a man.
African way.
Hey, African way. And I remember that first container I loaded. Oh my God, I made a lot of mistakes. But I learned from that day. So when I came back, I specialized. I'm like, I'm not going to sell everything. My dream was the finishing part of hardware. I want to make houses, homes, apartments so beautiful. So everyone can get iron bars, can get cement anywhere, can get iron sheets anywhere. But I'm like, no, I want to do the aftermath of that. Let everyone do that after they come to me. So I started doing tiling, from tiles, toilets, basins and everything. So then after, I made some good money. Then after like 3 years, that was around 2018. 2018 was 2 years after me starting business. I decided to get married. And the reason I decided to get married was like I'd started making some good money, and I'm like, if I don't get married this early, I will spoil this money.
When you go to the discount hardware, which actually connects me to my next question is, when I came, of course, I met your beautiful wife. I didn't know she was your wife until they told me it's the boss's wife, and then said, "Oh, okay." No, of course. I think most people would want to know definitely.
You will know when you go.
You will know when you go. Why we always ask?
Because I was there recently.
So I was with a gentleman called Mutiawa Ronald, and another one called Stephen, who's actually dealing in interior designing. I remember that time when I'd come, I wanted to do some interior designing at my place, and you were in renovations. There was a lot of dust everywhere. You were working seriously. It was everything. But then there's something you said that I want you probably to talk about. I still remember the words clearly. You said you want to bring the same price and the same quality, just like what can be provided in Kampala, or even better. You know, and for me, when I heard you say that, I realized I'd never, in quotes, talked to any business person here in Mbarara with such kind of mindset and a vision to see beyond just the culture and way of life of the people in that specific area. So, what brought about that kind of mindset towards into thinking like that?
Let me tell you, you people, you need to have this mindset from the start. Right now, I believe every one of us who is here, you know what you want. Maybe to give you a small hint about that, when I was about to start business, my father was building. So I told him I wanted space. So he wanted to give me a small shop on his building. I'm like, Dad, this space is too small for me. He's like, no, this is how you have to start small and grow big. I'm like, hey, my mind is bigger than this shop. So he gave me an example of one of our neighbors. I told him, you know what, Dad, this gentleman, he has been like this for the past like 5-6 years. Same person, because his mindset stops here. As long as his shop is full, is okay. So I told him I wanted big space. Like, no, someone is giving me more money in this bigger shop. I'm like, no, just give it to me. I didn't have capital, I didn't have anything, I just wanted a big space. So that every time I look at it, it burns me to put in more stuff, more stock.
Wow.
So you must have a mindset in your head that, you know what, this is what I want, and you must focus on what you want. The bigger you think, the better. The smaller you think, trust me, I think if you have a small kiosk, you see like where we stay, suburbs, what with all those small shops,
Yeah.
Those people always think, they don't think beyond that shop. Do you know that? So you have to think big, that this is what I want. Okay. This is what I want, and if you think big, you always get it.
Now,
So that's why it's so
most people, if it was some kind of debate, the people on the other side would say it's always capital. We always have issues with capital. So how do you navigate that capital issue? Because do you believe that if somebody thinks still that big but with less money, can they actually still be able to achieve? You know?
Yeah. You see, it depends. True, that some people who are bold enough, he will come to, let me say, to Andrew's supermarket. I am starting my small shop, but the things I need are maybe 30 million. The stock I need from you. But right now, capital, I have 10 million. You give him your manifesto, you give him your plan. Andrew will sit down and analyze everything you told him. Be like, let me trust this guy. Ajakwate even to be a 30 million, yabikuwe, ngomwade 10 million. Right? That's one way. When you easily express what you need to the person. Because these suppliers are there. These factories are there. They're making things, they don't have them. They don't have where to sell them to, right? So they're waiting for that one person to give them an idea, and they'll give you things. These people usually give things on credit, let me be honest with you. But the bad thing is people keep on disappointing them.
Trust issues.
Trust issues. Ajakuwe bintu, today I'll give you things of 30 million, you'll sell them, you'll use that money to pay your rent at home, to buy your girlfriend a phone, to buy a car. You understand? You forget that that's not your money.
Yeah.
That's someone's money.
Wow.
So the guy will keep on calling you. Let me say an Indian. Hey, my money, I'm not selling. And trust me, when that Indian comes to your shop, he will find an empty shop, which means that those things were sold.
You just ate the money.
You just ate the money.
So
you talked about also the issue of capital.
Yes, yes.
Most people lack capital, and trust me, I don't know what we can do about that, but somehow, somewhere, some people are blessed, and but I believe also, if you have an employment, if you're employed somewhere, osobola okubigata, you save money. If your mindset is doing business, you save money, or it always is that the money you want, then you can divert that money into business.
Yeah, very many people have actually gone through that route. There's also another route that most of these people know. As I know some of the innovators here, because we have very many innovators here from science who want to go to business. And they start with zero, personally. At the time I started with zero, and then I realized I've raised 20 million out of nothing, you know. I know the lady who has raised, these people here actually, they have raised more than, I think almost 100 million. Without putting in a coin, but just the work ethic, like Kumar was saying last time, the work ethic, the hard work, and everything. So it's possible, regardless of where you are starting from. Maybe for my last question before you go to Emma, I read the report in 2023, and it was saying that about 35.5% of Ugandans that year started businesses. Now that is 35, almost half of the Ugandans were starting businesses. You get it? But by the next year, 98% of them had abandoned them. Because Uganda is actually rated to be one of the most entrepreneurial countries in the world. People have business ideas. Sometimes they even put in capital and they start. Where do you think is the problem?
The problem is we fail to separate business and personal expenses. That's where the problem comes in from. Let me tell you guys, everyone, if you ever want to succeed in business, you need to have financial discipline. Financial discipline. I usually see things here. Well, sometimes when we go for wedding launches, no other guy goes single capital, but he's giving in like 2 million, is giving there 1 million. But at the back of your head, me, I'm asking, but who is this person getting all this money? Because you just want to these people impress. To impress people that you have a lot of money. So we need to separate. We need to have financial discipline in everything. Just know today I've made sales of 2 million, but 2 million, 2 million, that means if you made sales of 2 million, that means your profit is less than even 200,000. Do you know that? But it's a Friday. You've made sales of 2 million, someone is going to come down in the bar here and spend 500,000. He'll use that same money Zakoze in the business to go and party. So that's where the problem is. But trust me, if we learn what we call financial discipline, things can be the easiest. All we need is just financial discipline. Just like me, you'll never find me spending aimlessly. You'll never find me giving abnormal money in wedding launches. I don't think I've ever gone above 500,000 in my entire life. I've never. Just need to be honest, trust me. maybe the decades of marriage. But let me tell you, I've never spent that much. You get? Just so you just have to know that this is not my money. I need to reinvest this money into my business again. If you have financial discipline, things are easy for you.
So, as young entrepreneurs, of course, financial discipline is not easy. For people who are starting, you don't have, you're not tracking your income, you don't even have a stable income. So you're just hustling here and there. How can us as young innovators or early startups like we are, like try to culture or nurture that financial discipline? Like what are the tips you would give us to actually develop that financial, because I know many of us here lack it, and yet we need it, like you say.
But I think what we have to learn is this. It's so hard lately in Uganda to start a business when you're alone. It's really so hard. So I would give you advice, because these are the mistakes us we made. You need to have like 3 friends, 4 friends, 5 friends, 10 friends. You sit down, come up with one idea. One idea. Everyone has their own, but come up with the best. Then let me say, our business, trust me, if you're around, how many are we here? Around 30 people?
Yeah, about 30.
Okay. So if you asked one of us to contribute 30 million alone, it would be hard for us, right? But if we told every one of us here to contribute 1 million, it would be easy. Even tomorrow, but you must also later, right? So that means 30 people have contributed 30 million. You understand? Which is so easy than one person contributing 30 million. So when you guys sit down, like we are like 5 people, we need a capital of 50 million. We need a capital of 30 million. It will be easier for you to raise 5 million, 6 million, 4 million than you raising 30 million. So that means also the risks of business are shared. You get?
Okay.
The risks are shared amongst all of you. Tugamba buli omu ainako 20% in the company shares. So whether we make profits or losses, we are going to share them.
An equal share.
It's an equal share. So you don't feel it so much. That's why you're saying people start up businesses nezigwa. Because you are the boss, you are everything. You understand? So when you make a loss, you're making it as a person. So all your money can blow away within a second. But if you're many, it's hard. You get? It's so, there's accountability. Every single coin is accounted for. You understand? If you are to make this risk, we are all the 10 people have to first think about it. You understand? Than me, one person like her. Twaha right now, there's this land they're selling it cheaply, 30 million. That land right now goes for 70 million. I won't ask anyone, I will rush, I'm like, let me buy this land. Ogendo kumala to pay someone, it's a fake land title. That means bankubye sente million asatu within a minute. But if we are 10 or 5 people, we're like, someone is selling this land, 30 million. Should we buy it? Because the actual price for it in the market is 70 million. Oh, that's a good deal. Let's make research about it. Onomu will go to the lands, another person will ask the neighbors, another, like, you'll share ideas. So eventually, you'll buy a legit land, and if it's not legit, you guys won't buy it. So I would give you advice right now, if you have to start a business, don't do it alone. If you have to start up a small company, a chalk company, a what company, just have friends, trust me. The problem is we want so much profits.
Yes.
You want to own it, ownership. They don't. Just share. Let me just get 30%, let me get 20%. When you called me and told me about this, I was talking to my friends. You know, these people back in Kampala, they don't know about farming. They don't know that people in the West are making abnormal money through farming. Because me, I've seen it here. We go to the farm, we do matoke cutting twice in a year, in a month, sorry. So every 2 weeks to sala matoke. No gatem, and people come there and buy from the farm. That's clear money, 4 million, 3 million, no taxes, no nothing. You understand? Okay. You buy a cow today, 4 million, 1 year. We bought cows around 100 cows, like in 2020.
All at once?
Yes. COVID. Yeah, COVID time. We bought them from Barnabas Tademwa of Kosia.
Oh, yeah.
And he was selling them expensively. After 1 year, we had more than 300 cows. And 300 cows, we are selling them because the farm was not that big enough to have all the 300 cows. So every year, we make sure we sell now. Every year, we sell 50 cows from the farm. You understand? So that's all abnormal profits, abnormal money. You understand? Every cow goes for 4 million. Yeah. You understand?
So I think now there you can do the math.
So I was telling my friends, you know what? I want to introduce them to farming. We can hire land this side. I'm like, if we are 10 friends, amongst my friends, everyone brings 5 million. 5 million is it Turuma, right? So that's 10 people times 5, that's 50 million. Okay. So 50 million, if you invested it in cows or farming within a year, bro.
Okay, so that's a good initiative, but now you've brought in the concept of friends. And friends in quotes are friends. How do you assess your level of friendship to that extent that actually you grow that trustworthiness? Because it's not like I have very many friends, but it's not like even when I have an issue at hand, I don't confront all of them, even much as I know that they have the capacity to help. So how do you build that trust that you know whatever you're entering or you're getting into to more of like kind of make profits, you're sure whatever comes out there will be no wrangles, because you know friends.
Yes.
There is always that concept when someone oyo mumanyi ochali wange mugenda kwata sente ozimuwe azirie and you won't do anything because it's not legally binding. So how do you assess, because I'm sure even you don't include all your friends?
Let me tell you, I don't know how old you guys are, but me, I'm making 34 years. So I want to tell you that
It's almost the range.
the same range, we're not to the 30s now. But do you know all the friends?
Na yoli mukuru.
Do you know?
20,
Yeah.
24 to 35.
So I think I'm older than all of you.
No, not all.
So do you guys know that the friends you had from campus, they keep on reducing?
Yes.
Is that true?
That's true.
That's so true.
And for secondary, they are not there.
They are not there. So the more you grow, the more you visualize what you want, the more you lose your friends. So
Okay.
if you have two kinds of friends, you categorize. This one is a social friend. This one is a business friend. Waliwo omuntu abakuita, let's go out to a party, waliwo kana kawala kali mu town and all that. There's that friend. Then there's this other friend who talks about business. So you select amongst your friends.
Okay.
You don't call everyone. I look through my friends, I'm like, I won't call this one. And two, make sure, let me tell you, make sure you document everything. Right now, even to be a choker, do paperwork, open up a company, not cheap things. Yeah, make sure that everything is streamlined. No more food day, you're dead. Things can still move on. Of course, right now, even if they're my friends, they would want accountability. They want to be sure about their money. It's not on my personal account. You understand? So you be transparent. This is what we are going to do. This is how much we shall make after 1 year. And this is how much each one of us will be taking home. This is where we have put our money.
I don't know
Okay.
if people feel uncomfortable with documenting.
Documenting is
I don't know why it's some kind of hard.
everything.
habits.
Right now, even if you're giving your friend money, write it down. Yeah, write it down.
Document.
Yeah,
Okay,
document.
so when you said that many people start things or ventures and they fail, and I remembered the little I know about you. Of course, we've met many times, and
Yeah.
how do you juggle these ventures and you make sure that none fails? Because earlier on you told us that you transitioned from law to business because your culture growing up was sell to make money. So you felt like law, maybe you just go and talk in courts and it's not your thing. So you transitioned to business. So one would wonder, how do you possibly maintain all these ventures that you have thriving, and when you made that transition of moving from law to business, what inspired you to do that? And then me as a young innovator or anyone else here, when should they know that this is the time to actually make that transition and leave what's not working to go into something that they think is actually going to work or it is already showing signs of working, so that they can maximize their efforts there Other than, because many people talk, they be like, Chiremere ko. You talked about someone spending 6 years on something. So for you, how do you normally do that? Because all your ventures are thriving, and this is not something that any average person would do. So what are your strategies?
What I usually do is this, because things keep on changing, right? The economy keeps on changing. The money our parents made in business before, right now no one can make that money, right? We believe all that. No one can make those profits. So things keep on changing. So I learned this from my father. I know that this year, I give myself targets. This year, if I make this much, because businesses will keep on asking for stock, right? Eduka, they stopping to ask you for more things. So so my father, those years will tell us what makes him think that he has done something is every year he would put up a building. Business.
That was the metric.
Yeah, he was using, that was the thing that would show him that this is what I've done this year.
More of like a deliverable,
yes.
A milestone.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's what he would do. So I sat back, I'm like, you know what? Businesses is all about making profits. Yes. So when I accumulate certain money, maybe let me say from hardware, I'm like, what's that? This is what brings that to innovative. Now, what's that I should do that will bring me more money? Let me tell you how I started Discount Gym. So when I went to China, I brought my hardware things, but of course, Obero take more other personal things. So in the container, I put in my personal treadmill, weights, which personal. So I put them at my house. So when I did, I would work out once in a while. You know, working out from home is not easy.
The consistency.
Yeah, the consistency. I'm like, But then I looked at Mbara. I'm like, how many gyms do we have in Mbara? So we had Lakeview and other gyms in town. I'm like, I can do something. HPR. Because to Vubuka. Right now, Vubuka, they want to go to gym. So I carried the same things I bought at my house. I brought them at discount. That's how I started the gym. The numbers has grown. I started from below in a small car room. The numbers grew up. Remember, Yadiaja. So I ended up putting up on the rooftop. Okay. So that's how I started up that gym, using my personal machines from home. Then, so as the youth, you just need to be innovative. You need to look at the market. So I had friends, but people keep on coming from Kampala. They tell me, where are we going to sleep? I'm like, you know what, I can tap this man, I also take it. So I started those discount hotel rooms. And to be honest, the biggest people were my friends, the biggest customers were my friends.
And by the way,
so everyone would come from Ghana, like, hey, Twaha, in a hotel.
So what inspires that name? Just a quick one. Discount.
Discount.
Is it a Ogaba discount?
No. When I was starting a business, I sat down with my friends and my family. So everyone had a name. Which name should I use? But what was on my head was, I didn't want to use my family name to make business. I didn't want people to. I've always wanted to be independent. I've always wanted to be like, I've started this my own thing.
You've always wanted a credit.
Yes, I wouldn't want people to say we are supporting you because you are Kashaka's son. Yeah. Kashaka hardware, Kashaka Twaha hardware. No. I didn't want. Even right now, Rakuba UNBS Yanemirako, and like, if you are to register your name, the company name, you have to put Twaha because discount it's open. And I'm like, let me use TK discount hardware. They also refuse TK because like anyone can come and say I'm Timothy Cheyune, and they claim it. So that's why I put Twaha. But me, I've always wanted to be hidden there, and no one knows my businesses. So that's why we came up with discounts.
So that you keep a private
life.
Yeah. Okay, that's quite a good one.
Yeah.
So of course, now for us, we are young. Okay, we are in the same age bracket, we agree. Yeah. But there is something unique about you that you always keep motivated. inspired, maybe I should say you always keep business oriented amid the social challenges, yeah, or whatever is happening. I remember a time there is a time we met at Mbara Sports Arena, and it was an eve before a concert here at University Inn, and then there was Space Diana, Kenzo, Kachechi. So we were all thinking about the event the following day, and then for you, thinking business, you're here making calls. You're like, I remember someone wanted to supply you ceramics, and then people were trying to bid to supply. So amid saw that joy when everyone was looking forward to a successful event the following day. Guwalia ongo kuba call obagamba obateka call to see who is actually the best supplier. Yet what really motivates you to keep business oriented all through? Because if you to be authenticate into, and if you made a survey around here, you know that we have done many things. It's like in quotes. So what keeps you motivated amidst all situations and challenges? What's that one thing that you would maybe tell us, and maybe we could actually pick a leaf as well?
I think I have a big dream. I have a big dream that keeps me pushing. You understand? So even if when I'm doing something, trust me, it's hard for me, to be honest. It's hard for me to be there when I'm not thinking about how am I going to make money. How am I going to make money? You understand? So every place, everywhere I am, I'm thinking about how I'm going to make money. Even sometimes you can be with your wife and your mind is switched off. Like no guy answered them into at this price. You understand? So you need to you need to put it in yourself. You must push yourself beyond limits. Me, let me tell you, when I was finishing, I did some apartments. They're called discount apartments. So when I built them, the day I launched them, I'm like, oh God, if I finish these apartments, I'm going to rest. I've been stressed for long. The day I officially opened them, I didn't even spend 3 days. I was thinking about opening up Sports Arena.
Wow.
I didn't have money, but I'm like, I need to do. I went to Kampala, actually Kenzo is one of the guys who pushed me to do that Sports Arena.
Like the motivation?
But yeah. Okay. He pushed me a lot because he's like, hey, Twaha, I think this thing, you guys are innovators, right?
Yeah.
You always have to think. Me, I always plan for people of Mbara. Now, I think that's the best way to do.
Your target market.
Yes. What's there that people in Mbara need that is not there? Can be done to know this.
So you're always looking for trends?
Yes. The thing that is working, that is there. So most people have done these stuffs, right?
Yeah.
They're everywhere. But I'm like, me, if I'm to do this business, it has to be best, and it has to be a sports complex. It has to have everything. Jagala kubereko gym, kubereko spa, kubereko basketball, kubereko swimming pool. Let me tell you, let me give you this as a reality. You know, Sam Rutaigwa, Green Park.
Yeah,
huh?
I've played from there.
They have a turf, but I imported my turf before they opened theirs. But I'm like, my dream was to make sure by the time I open mine, everything is ready.
So how do you make that happen?
You start mango because you're in a turf or in a land. I'm like, no, let me take my time. I finish up everything. I open at once. So business you have the discipline, you need the patience, and you know what you want. So I knew what I wanted.
So it is always the prospect of making money all the time.
I'd not even started excavating. I'd already ordered for the carpet. Wow. I brought an engineer to measuring. I knew the size of the carpet, and I wanted to have the biggest stuff. And no one can ever do a bigger stuff than I did.
So you made a dream come true.
Yes, I did.
So now you earlier you talked about, as I conclude and then maybe open the floor to the colleagues. Maybe it's also a myth that we may need to demystify. So there is that concept of marrying when the money comes in. Yeah. Many people may think maybe the woman is actually becoming strategic because no one wants a broke man, yeah? So you hinted on it and you're like, when the money comes in, get a woman get a wife to protect the gains or secure the gains. But then if you made a survey around here, actually, many people could be against that, or the other way around. They could say, when a woman comes into your life, when you have money, it's all going to be blown. So what's that concept for you? Why do you think so? And,
No. Me, I believe I'm old school. I believe women protect money. But the problem is, what kind of woman have you chosen?
Okay.
Okay. So let me tell you, there are always those red flags from day one. But me, I knew. Let me tell you, you see, these things, everyone dates, eh?
Yeah.
Even us, we dated before we got married. But do you know that as a man, you can date a woman, eh?
Okay.
Do you know that?
Very true.
You're with her, but you know she doesn't have what you need
She's not
in
the
a
one.
wife. You get
Then
eh?
why are you with her?
Andrew Tkwe. Yeah. You get eh?
Then why are you with her?
Maybe
start- okay.
you're passing time
That-
to look as you're getting the right person.
Yeah.
You get eh? So the kind of wife or woman you choose matters. And I would give you people the best advice: marry low-key women.
Lucky
Yeah,
is
just
the one.
someone simple.
Say that again.
Eh?
Say that again.
Marry a lady who is low-key.
So a lucky person is,
Off the grid.
but it's hard for innovators. So someone
Because now you tell us you want to marry someone lucky,
Eh.
but your wife is
lucky,
everyone
I mean,
is target.
No. Look, I mean this. Someone who is so normal, calm,
Down to earth.
easy, down to earth,
Okay.
they're living a flashy life.
Okay.
They understand. You can be with them in good or bad, and they're here to help you grow. Let me tell you an example. Beginning of this year, I had a plan.
lucky woman.
I had a plan to buy her a new car. So when I told her, you know what I'm planning, I'm going to buy you a new car.
She's listening in.
Eh?
She's listening in. So whatever you say, make sure
She
you
told
make
me
it
no,
happen.
but Twaha, I don't think we need a new car. We already have this
Wow.
car. We don't need a new car. Get that money, invest it somewhere.
Guys, let us give her flowers
Okay.
I
because
think we need to plan for
Wallahi, I was. Do you know?
we haven't met that
Omukazi
yet.
these days tell you such a statement.
Not buy me a car.
I
First put
don't
it
need-
in
yeah.
business.
First, we invest that money.
Wow.
That's so powerful. Eh? So that's why I'm saying get women who are so normal. Even if it's a border, they can jump on a border. You get?
Wow.
Marry
Yeah.
a lucky woman.
Yeah,
So that's my take home for now.
So I'm asking for someone who is, let's say, trying to run a business and wants to entirely base it in the West. Huh? What are the key strategies that you would give that person, the key strategies in order to penetrate the spaces while based here? And also, can you possibly wait for me? What are the benefits of being based around here vis-a-vis some of us who think maybe if we were based in the center of the country's business would be doing much better? Yeah, can you wait for us and maybe I could get a perspective that I don't have at the moment? Yeah, thank you.
For that wonderful presentation and sharing. I have a few questions that you could highlight from your experience. Number one, what is the most expensive mistake that you've made in business? The most expensive mistake. You did a mistake, it costs you. Then number two, yes, I want to agree with you that if you suffocate the business, then it won't grow. Now, describe your experiences in access to finance, access to financing your business in Uganda, because earlier on it was a challenge that had come here. Small capital, so access to financing. Yeah, from your experience, how has access to financing your business, being? Then the last one, you talked about something very important. You talked about it, and that's partnerships. I'm also a subscriber of partnerships. Okay, yeah, like here, I partner with Sharon. Okay, how has your experience been in partnerships in business? Thank you very much.
Yeah, once again, I'm Emily Msimeta. So, my question, I would love to represent a group of innovators. You can't hear me? Okay. I'm representing a group of innovators. Those are pharmaceutical science innovators. Basically, these innovators have different products. They can be medicines, they can be cosmetics, they can be both. I'm one of them, and one of the biggest challenge we have as innovators, we can actually innovate. If you want medicine, probably for cough, like he said, for ulcers, for anything, a skin issue, we are committed to actually innovate and give you the best products. But one of the challenges these innovators face is market entry. We have a problem with market entry. How do we navigate that? Because I'll give an example of myself. I've run a business or a startup that I almost felt like, oh my God, this is not moving anywhere. We also do manufacture products. But market entry became a very big challenge, very big challenge. I'd also want to share, ever since I started doing poultry, that is for broilers and layers, I've found the market very friendly. So I'd like to know how is it for market entry? How do we navigate that? Because we know at the end of the day, we are not innovating for ourselves, we are innovating for the customers. Thank you.
Good evening, Mr. Twaha. My name is Natkunda Merita, co-founder Orino Company Limited, where I serve as marketing director currently. So what can you advise, like how can we maybe gather resources or monies to be able to maybe hire a few people, or even how to impress investors? And for everyone in the house, our company's domain name is orino.lt with a small o.
I also have two main questions, and one of them, okay, most of them are related with what has already been asked. One of them is about innovation and standards. Like she has said, she started a business in poetry and it moved faster into the market compared to the innovations that she had started. And this really is more of a call to what line should we draw between innovation and standards, because when you try to bring in something that is innovative, people try to resist it. They don't really understand. There is some resistance in adoption. So what should we really focus on as we are starting? When you're starting a business, what should be your main focus? Should it be standards or innovation? And as we all know, innovation usually takes you further compared to the standards, because everyone can always raise those standards, and the bar keeps on rising as time goes by and by.
The question is, at what point do you feel your business, you have a primary business and has reached a point where you can diversify and start a new point? When do you know, I've grown my business, I've reached this point, I can start a new business and this business still thrives? Or there's another thing, when most people starting businesses, sometimes they say resilience is what is needed. But when do you know that this business is not picking up and I can venture into something else? At what point? Yeah. And then that's something that is different. People are professionals. Most of us in here are young people who have different professionals. I am a medical doctor who is practicing actively. I'm employed in upcountry, in the government, upcountry. Yeah, but I have a lot of time on my schedule. Yeah. So people who want to start, I'm a co-founder of a certain business company or something, but then I was trying to look at something. People are professionals and then starting their own businesses, starting like a business from scratch. And most times when you try and look around, most people who are having plan Bs, people always say that you start with a plan B, like you have like a plan, when the business doesn't succeed, I'll rush back to my practice and continue. Yeah. So how would you advise someone, a professional, how can a professional start a business without looking at, and balances both and runs a business. Thank you.
Evening again. I'm Natalie Nazifa. There is something I want to remind Twaha. Naliko ku graduation yo.
Wow. That's
I
cool.
remember that day Twaha said something. Yagamba. People call me Ntindi Mukodo. Naye emitwalo 5 omuwala zansaba ndabamu obusawo bwa siminti 100. That time he was dating someone I know. And that girl was Kavi Kavi, eh? You know, eh? Kati, abalala baali baseka. Naye my mind was like, he knows business. Cause bwe yagenda okuwasa, n'alaba someone, eh? Nengamba hayi. Kyekintu kyayogedde even today. Lwakuba some people were not around, tebasobola kurelatinga. But me, I relate now. The girl was beautiful, curvy, what? Naye wano. So now I pick that. So my question is, Twaha yakolako podcast sometime back on radio. I remember telling you to start up podcasts as kola business, ezogera ku business. So immediately after his talk on radio, I started importation. I didn't even consult him or anyone. I started importation okuva Egypt. I remember natandise ne hijab. Immediately. Before that, I've been in recruitment for 8 years. I got my company. I was like, I'm not ready for business. Because the truth is I wasn't ready mentally. So what I did, I built rentals. After that, I was like, naye ngenda kukolera abantu mpaka ddi. So after like, it's last year, company ne bagigala, they closed the company. I was like, I have some money. Why don't I start up something? So after Twaha's podcast, I started importation. But now I'm getting a challenge of taxes. I'm failing to, the VAT, the what, they are becoming big. Being so bad, like, of course the interest is there, rather the profit, I'm seeing it coming. Naye how to value the taxes according to what I bring in, the hijabs, the veils, what, it's disturbing me. So as a business person, how can I do it, like valuing? I'm spending this to get the right price, not to do it too much. Like if I get an item at 80, it's a hijab, I buy it at 80 plus the taxes. It sums 80. The selling price, I don't want to be too much, and I don't want to go too low. So it's confusing me. Right now, I have a shop, nothing in it. Nothing totally. But I already ordered the clothes. Whenever I hear something like this, or I see it on someone's status, I go there to pick something. Please do. Then lastly, after valuing those taxes, there is something I'm confused about. It's license, paying license. There is URA, there is council. Like everything is confusing. If you could help us on that. Thank you.
Just as I can, I'll answer most of the questions you asked. So the first question was, someone was asking about the spaces, right? If you had to start a business, right? Who was he? Eh. Eh. Oh yeah. So let me give you an example for this. Let me tell you, Uganda is too big for all of us, right? So you have to sit down, Ogamba. How much money do I have? Will I be able to compete with people in Kampala who are using maybe 200, 300 million when my capital is 20 million, 30 million? You understand? You need to look at what you want. And two, the expenses. One of the reasons why I didn't stay in Kampala or work in Kampala were the expenses. The day I usually travel to Kampala, in a single day, I think you can spend 100,000. As you're driving out of your house like this, 50K has gone in fuel, breakfast is like 30,000, lunch is like 40,000, local food, then supper. Like Kampala is too expensive. Even I don't know how people handle being in Kampala. And I one day I'll ask people in Kampala, how do you guys handle being in Kampala? Like Kampala is too expensive for life. So that's one of the reasons why I never stayed in Kampala. So one, you need to look at your capital, how much you have, and two, where are you based most? Trust me, right now, you can leave, go to our parents. My father comes from Bushenyi, but they came that side because they saw opportunities here. They came and invested here. You get? So you don't need to be in Kampala. You get? Right now, when you see the people where my dad used to buy things those years from, the big bosses in Nakasero, he's 100 times better than them. Most of them fell out. He asks them, how do you start paying 5 million for rent in Nakasero? How? Do you make these profits? You get? So people are living in denial. So you just need to accept who you are. And like, this is how much I have. This is my target market. This is where I want to set up my business. So, waba no guza, let me say, what should I say? Maybe you're selling bread. Let me tell you my example. When I was setting up Mbara Sports Arena, my target market were people who are staying on Kakova Road and that side. Not people who stay this side, no. My target market were the other people. What I thought about, like, most of middle income earners stay that side. Budia atanko kweya. That's the side of Kakova they stay. Because you get a simple house of 300,000, 250,000. And in my mind, I was like, people who are just beginners are the people who love sports. They're the ones who spend more, not the rich people. You understand? So that's why I set up my business in Kakova. Because I knew my target market was that side. If I come to Kokonjeru, most people are staying in their houses. They have their cars. They won't come and play soccer. But Omunta, Yargom Dukaye, Yargom Izevi, Yargankayo, those are the people who want to play soccer. You understand? Those are the people who want to invest in health. But this one who stays this side in upper expensive places, Kacheka, Boma, they'll go maybe to Las Vegas for gym. You get? So you need to know your target market. So I don't know whether I've answered you that. Yeah. Then you asked about the benefits of doing business in Mbara. The same things I've talked about. Mbara is a little bit cheap compared to Kampala. In terms of your personal expenses as a person, in Mbara you can stay in a house of 300,000 and it's a good house. Beautiful, tiled with a bathroom inside, which in Kampala, I think you must be deep in Nansan and where Mbara food is cheap, not so expensive. I can have 20,000 and it's enough for me the whole day in Mbara. Tukwe. Mbara I can have 20,000 from home and it's enough, which is not the same thing in Kampala. Two, the property rate in Mbara is still a little bit cheaper as compared to Kampala. So Mbara still has advantages. So I would encourage people to invest in Mbara. You don't make abnormal profits like in Kampala, a lot of money, but you make money and you save money. But in Kampala, they make a lot of money and you spend a lot of money. But in Mbara, you can make good money and save more. So Mbara is still okay. Yeah, you understand? Yeah. So then Andrew asked me the most expensive mistakes I've ever made. That's a big question that I've not thought about. But I think one of the mistakes I think I've made were, one, I think there are like two. One, I think to be the owner of everything, like sole ownership of all my businesses. Bimenya. Like it's so, like I have no partners. You have to do everything on your own. So these are things I learned. Right now I'm trying to do, but most of all my businesses, I'm 100% sole ownership.
That's not a mistake. the question is the most expensive mistake.
First content.
It made me make a loss. Hey, that's what you're asking.
Expensively, yeah, costly.
The biggest loss? Not so much, I don't think. I don't have a big one right now. But as a businessman, I've made losses. When I was buying land, where I stay, I was a young boy from campus. So when I went, I saw the place. They told me, I think by then I bought it over like 35 million in Kakoba Mienga. But me, I was young, I didn't bring a surveyor. I didn't consult my parents, I didn't anyone. So I paid. So no sooner had I started building, after even roofing, the guy comes and like, this is my land. So in that, but the other person had given me a land title. But within, there were two land titles, Bali Baji Salamu. So it was 100 by 100, so ngamulimu two land titles. But me, I didn't know all those things. So the guy is like, you move your house. Or you're going to pay times 2. So I ended up paying times 2. I tried to look for that person, had disappeared. So I made a mistake. I think that's the biggest mistake I ever made. Yeah. I already put up a house. So I think that's one of the biggest risks of money I've ever lost. Okay. Then there was the partnerships are so good, trust me, people. You need trust, you need good friends, you need to do partnerships. They are good and they will help you grow. It's hard for you to grow when you're alone right now. Look out amongst your friends, look for good people who are thinking like you. Sit down, come up with an idea, and you move. Okay. Then there was experience of, I don't know, Andrew, what you meant by accessing finance. I don't know what you mean.
How has it been easy? How easy in your age is it to access finance?
One, I'm disciplined by the when it comes to money so much. And me, I've used bank money before. I need to be honest. But I know if I go to the bank, and I'm like, I need a loan, let me say maybe 100 million. Because now they even give us unsecured loans. You don't even give them any land title. They just look at my bank flow and they give me money. But I'm like, if I'm to get 100 million from a bank, I'm going to reinvest this same money in the purpose, the reason why I've gotten that money. I've gotten loans twice in my life. One, when I was finishing up Mbara Sports Arena. That end part, I want to finish up open, the finishing, you need to pay aluminium, you need to do what? The money was not there. I'd used it all in construction and everything. I'm like, you know what, I have to run to the bank. They gave me money. I think it was around 120 million. I used all that money at the arena. I never took out even a single coin. And trust me, within, I think it was, I asked for a year, and arena itself paid that money off. And, and it was a done deal, because I used that money. Remember, I used it to build the swimming pools. Swimming pools are too expensive, you people. Then also buying aluminium and everything. But, so I think we just need to have, I think that's the only thing I've accessed money is, don't be entitled. Me, all the things I do, they're out of my parents. You need to put this thing at the back of your mind that whether you have parents have money, you're not entitled to their money.
Yeah.
So no sooner when you learn that thing, now your mind says that if I want money, I would rather go to the bank, I pay an interest than going to my parents. You understand?
Okay.
Because you get disappointed that over nyigire kubwerere on their own money. So this is
above,
something that has helped
18.
me to grow myself. I know I'm a man. If I want to do something, I have to find my way to do it. I don't need to think that my parents have to help me to do it. That's why, like when I was doing the arena, my parents wanted to take it. And now what's that? People play soccer, and you're investing in a lot of money. But after my father stepped at the arena, the day we launched it, and I built it for a full year. The first day he stepped there was the day we were launching it. And he was amazed on what I had done there. So you need to not wait again, okay, this is me, this is what I want, you do it. Not to know it and know the other people. If they come in well and good, if they don't be entitled to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Intermarket. Who asked you? Yeah. So here, right now we are having advantages of social media. We need to utilize social media as much as. Let me tell you, people have made a lot of money on social media right now. You need to reinvest yourself in social media. Especially via TikTok. Me, I've always been a shy person. But like 2 weeks ago, I joined TikTok, bro. I think the man I've made on TikTok.
You may be the only man around you on TikTok.
You guys, when it's business, do it. Andrew, Mutabizani said into this money.
It's not easy.
It's not. Me, people are calling me like they don't believe like it's me.
2 weeks ago.
Wow, we can't believe that it's you. But I'm. Yeah, don't.
Okay, I think we have a myth about TikTok because
that's what I thought for the last 5 years. TikTok here, see 2020 in COVID.
Yeah.
I've just joined and I've already, within 2 weeks, I think I've made like 30 million on TikTok.
Wow.
Yeah. TikTok works by the when you're serious. I'm not there to dance. I'm not there to blog or what to
make money.
Money. Hey guys, pirate zizi nonzi tunda sasa yako mitwale evidi muje mugule. And people watch TikTok.
Yeah, people do.
You can be home on my father at midnight now is on phone on TikTok. I like this man. You get? So let's embrace social media now. Let's embrace social media. That's the only way you're going to penetrate into market. There's nothing more. Right now, I have almost like 40 million. I supply things to NBS, but we do partnership. They give you 50% cash and 50% you pay. Bakuwamu bulango. But it has been stuck there for almost like 7 months. I'm not using it. Why? Because right now I'm not seeing the purpose of me being on TV when I have TikTok.
Hey.
Yeah, soon you're going to see my advert. But I see no reason as to why just because my money is stuck there, I'll use it, but I wouldn't be on TV to pay money. So social media is the way to go now. Yeah. Market, sell these normal people, sell to your friends. Make videos of them, tell them to recommend, let them go on social media. That's where Andrew will see. That's where Hajat will see it and come to the supermarket and ask, I want this product. Andrew will be like, we don't have it. Another person will go to day and say, I want this same product. Andrew will say, we don't have it. The 5th time, Andrew will look for you and put that product in his supermarket. You understand? Just first sell your friends. Make sure they recommend you. Make sure they post it. Let me give you another trick. Rakuba Andrew Wari. Get like 5 people, send them to the supermarket every day.
Andrew was talking. I think that's the same strategy for pharmacies. It's underused.
Andrew will look for you.
Same strategy for pharmacies.
But right now the Andrews, they can't because they're stuck with so many products. And now I think the trend, Andrew, is you bring your things, what he sells is what he pays. So then there was competition from the big dogs. There's nothing to do about that, right?
Yeah.
We can never beat the big dog.
You're a big dog too.
Now, yeah, how do you also penetrate? Look for your own market. Be different. You get? When I started up a hardware in Barra, I knew there were already big dogs here. But I'm like, how do I penetrate in Barra? One, I came up with a slogan. It's the only hardware supermarket in Barra. By the time even I opened my hardware, you guys were calling me that I registered for VAT because discount hardware was already everywhere. I tried to push that brand the brand even became bigger than the actual hardware. So you can never go away with the big doors, but how do you penetrate? Look for your own clientele. Tandikira kwabo. Make sure, let me say, if, let me say, me I'm a hardware person, let me say Cash is selling maybe cement at 34. Me, I'm starting a hardware. I need to, instead of me getting 2,000 as a profit, let me get 1,000. Okay. Because you're not putting in so much like him. So reduce on your profit, get your clientele. Maybe after getting them, you can increase on your profit. Just do anything that you can to make sure someone knows your product.
And the big dogs will always try to crush you. That's a fact, right?
Yeah. So this mindset, someone asked about the mindset from being just an employee to being a business person, right? So let me tell you, you need to be, you're a pharmacist? He is, But who asked that? It was her. Let me tell you, you need to position your mind, your head. I'm like, the good thing is that you love business, but the entire family, it said everyone back home, they're so used to employ. You need to know what you want as a person. Just like I told you from the start, me, I knew I wanted to do business from day one. So, never in an office, your mind will be starting like, let me sell tea, let me sell what my workmates, because already you're a business person. So you need to know what you want first. If you know, I don't know what business you love to do, you want to be a farmer. I don't know how many of you would want to be farmers. Oh, there's so many. You get a day, we plan like a Sunday, I take you to one of our farms, I show you. We spend a day there.
There's a round of applause.
I show you how business, no problem. I show you how farming is good. Just like who said Amahuriga Mukori. You see, let me tell you, as in the market, look for what works for you. Go into anything that works for you. So if the other business failed, the most important thing is making money. As long as you say you have not killed anyone, the most important thing is making money. Wazi they don't matter so much. Are you rich? Yes. So if you're making money from poultry, love poultry with your heart, research about it, invest in your money there, be a banzo posing. That's the same question someone was saying. How do you get to know that this business has failed so that I move on?
Another one.
That's one of the things, I think, right? That's one of the answers. When you invested that same money into poultry, it worked. You get? So that's one way to show you that this business has failed. Let me reinvest in here. If you love it as a passion to make Vaseline and all that, you can always do it at later stage when you're too rich and you just want to do it for fun. You're not there to make profit. But right now, at start, we need to do businesses that are making us money.
Okay.
Yes, because your landlord, your landlord at the shop will need money. They won't wait for you to grow. So if you're making profits, I would encourage you to do that for now. Yeah. I faced a lot of challenges when I started up my business. When I started up that hardware, I made it so beautiful, so unique, so different. It was something so new. People in Bara were not, they were used to having a hardware.
Which is dusty.
Yeah, dusty. Your counter is here, behind the cement here, iron sheets, nails. It was too much. I'm like, no, I need to do something where it's just a showroom and I keep all the things in the stores. So people reach the point where they would fear to enter. Actually, most people know me, this counter hardware, as a hardware that is too expensive.
From the look.
Yes, from the look. Yet I'm so cheap. You understand? But people think the way you beautify the place makes it more expensive. So, what I'm telling you, don't follow what people are doing. Do what you think is right for you. You have your own target market. People will get, especially in Bara, people like to find those shops wide open like this. But me, I'm on the road, I had to put glasses, put in AC. But people are like, but wow, you're past your shop, it's closed. I'm like, it's open. Then they know it has to be wide open like this. You get? So But at the end of the day, they get on learning, pola. Yeah.
So you have to have patience.
Yeah, you have to have patience, and 2, you have to know the target market you're looking at, and 3, do what you think you want. Don't do what people want or what they have been doing. Do it differently. You'll get your target market. Yeah, they'll catch up. So at what point do you diversify? As business people, we are risk takers. Me, I'm a risk taker. You get? You need to be a risk taker if you are to succeed in business. A point, just like we are telling about, you're not making money. You brought in stock, right? But you're not selling anyone. No one is coming to bargain. Things are still stuck there. You don't have money to pay the landlord. You don't have money to take care of you. Things are there. That means it's a bad business, right? I think there is a time where you also feel like, let me first give it a pause. Maybe I can do it in future, but right now, let me first give it a pause. But right now, you can tell, you can see the signs. But I'm not saying that give up on your business so fast. Be patient with it. Make research about it. See your competitors. Compare the prices. Me, I usually send people in the market. Go around, I send my salespeople. Find out how much people, when I feel like this week, my sales are low. So I tell my salespeople, move around the hardwares. I tell them, remove off their uniforms. Put on a normal shirt, go to another hardware, ask them, how much are they selling? Maybe my prices are so high and I don't know. So my market guys never told town. In the evening, they come up with prices.
We even ask customers, remember you asked us. So what are they selling there?
You get it?
Yeah, more like a market survey.
So you have to do market survey. So you also have to do market survey to find out what's the problem. Am I not selling at a good price? Are people poor? Or why there is a problem? So when they bring prices, maybe you compare, like I think I was selling a little bit high, or maybe the season is bad. There you're so 100% sure that you're not the problem. So do enough research about that. 19, I'm almost making 10 years. You understand? So if you're not ready to supervise the business, you are in Guru businesses in Barara, don't do it, my brother. Don't. Just keep your money, invest it somewhere, or in land or something, but don't put it in business. Ugandan business, our economy is normal. Sirigama that people have systems, this side they don't work. You understand?
You have to be part of the business.
Yeah, you have to be part of the business. Business is us. We are the business.
Yeah.
Hey, so don't do, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless when you want to start up a business, you're working at Mbara University Hospital and you have maybe a boutique in town. That's okay. But if you're too far, it becomes so hard. Yeah. Bajja kuba sente zo zife omukozi azitwale, he opens anytime he wants. At 11 in the morning, the shop is still closed. Customers are not there. The day he loses a sister or brother, the shop is closed for 1 week. So there are a lot of problems there. But you, the landlord, wants money, so don't. She talked about the podcasts I usually do. Yeah, I've been invited to talk to people, and trust me, you people, soon you're going to benefit. I'm going to open up the first podcast room studio in Barra. And I'm going to invite you. I'll give you free sessions. We do something. I really want to do something for the people in Barra.
Okay.
Yeah, we are going to do something nice. We come, we talk, we inspire, we talk to other people, we learn from one another. Maybe it will help. Trust me, I'm going to do a nice podcast studio.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. Then the taxes, she was talking about, let me tell you, there is no business you're going to do without taxes. You need to know taxes are part of business. If you want to grow, if you want to see yourself growing, diako katono, ni government erieko, and we strive. Then how do you know the balance? Let me give you an example. You wanted to know. Here's the thing. Let me say I've bought this dress, this shirt from Turkey at let's say 50,000 Ugandan money. But before I buy this t-shirt, I'll have to first make research in Kampala or in Mbarara. How much does this shirt cost in Kampala? So they will tell me that in Kampala, this shirt is 80,000. So when I go to Turkey and they tell me this shirt is 50,000, already that's a bad business. You understand? Because you as an importer, you are going to incur costs of your own ticket to China or to Turkey. You'll be sleeping in a hotel. You're going to be moving. All those are expenses that have to be on this shirt, on the price of this shirt. Most people, business people, but those are all expenses, so you know, take up. You understand? So if I bought it 50,000 in China or Turkey, how much do I have to pay for taxes? They tell you taxes in Kampala is 10,000 per piece of shirt. How much is the cost of importing this shirt from Turkey to Mombasa? Maybe it's 5,000. How much is it the cost of transporting it from Mombasa to Kampala? That's another 5,000. So that's an extra 10,000 plus 10,000 of taxes. That's 20,000. That is 70,000. So you haven't calculated how much money you spend on yourself when you you travel to Turkey. So now I'm like, how much am I going to, I have a shop that I have to pay for, I have electricity, and I have to make profits. That means I will be selling this shirt at 100,000 if I'm to make profits. But this same shirt in Kampala is 70,000. So that's bad business. Baku say they don't buy it. So you need to add all these expenses. Whatever I'm selling me at my shop, I make sure it has all the expenses I incurred. Because the final customer or consumer has to incur those expenses. You understand? So make sure ochibala bulungi.
Okay.
Don't just be happy about importing, but make sure that when you import something, because I usually make sure that when I import a good here, toilet, almost the same price in Kampala. The only incur or the only high expense in your transportation from Kampala to Mbala. That's the only. Just over kumongeramu. That container, you have the Kampala Nejimbala and Tujitikulira this side. But the rest, I need to beat them. That's why me, right now, I can supply sites in Kampala, and I have so many sites I'm supplying. I have people buy things from here and they take them to Kampala. Yet
there is that mentality that things are cheaper in Kampala.
It's not that. So you as an importer, you know kubango manyo kuba calculator. Yes.
Okay.
So that's the best thing I can tell you about that. Then you talked about also the taxes, the council, URA, NSSF, all those. There's nothing you can never do unless when right now you want to do online selling. That's when you can forego those expenses. But naye tekola nyo online selling. You need to have a location. People want to find you somewhere. Odia ina hijabe nunji, she has a shop at this place. So those are things you can never go wrong with. But Uganda, we have a system that the system is broken. So you can talk to people, you pay less money. You can talk to council, you pay less council money. You can talk to URA, Nebakujaka sentence. So Uganda is still flexible. So, but you should pay those things if you want to succeed in business. Yeah, you can't go without taxes. Yeah. Then
that's all.
I think I've answered everything for now. Yeah. Thank you so
thank you very much, Mr. Twaha. Truth be told, not many rich people have the time to actually come and take all this time you've taken, close to 2 hours.
I'm not rich.
No, okay. Aspiring rich people, but you're rich in God's name, okay, in Allah's name. So they don't have the time to come to talk to young people because they have that perception that these young innovators, their challenge is capital, funding, so bagala ruseke. So they always avoid them that way. But for us, we are so delighted that actually, even on a short note when I called you, given the previous engagements we had, you were able to honor the invitation and actually show the passion for grooming young innovators and showing them the way. Because many a time we study these things in theory, but we need the practical sessions that really show us how business is actually taking traction so that we can know how to go about the challenges that happen in real life. So today you didn't just speak about business, you gave perspective about its real world application. And this is something that we've been missing in many of our talks because I highlight that vision without implementation is just mere imagination. Yeah. So you reminded us that actually excellence isn't just a Kampala idea. Yeah. You can carry it with you everywhere. Everywhere you go, you can make profit. You can thrive anywhere. So we would like to really thank you for that and for your time. Someone in your capacity would have calculated all these hours and then would need a pay for that, but you really offered your time in its excess to be here with us, even when I try to remind you that actually time is going, you know, you might want to leave, you're like, yeah, I'm now here. I really want to give you the best of my ability, and we don't take that for granted. Plus some things that actually came up unexpectedly, talking about the prospective podcast sessions that you're looking forward to introducing in Mbarara. We pray that it actually actualizes and it's going to be a good venture for all of us. Then the practical agri-learning and demonstrative sessions, because we know that we learn from experience, be it lived experience or even told, yeah, or even watching, hands-on experience. So we would be glad to actually see that also come to life, because it would help many of us. In Uganda, almost everyone is a farmer, but people just don't want to, you know, come out. How they see me, yet it's actually the thing working out for you.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, personally, I grow sugarcane because I come from Ginger, and that's the crop. Yeah, that's the crop on the market. Yeah. And then, so as we close this session, which has been an engaging session as you've seen, we have what we call a fun, quick, non-thinking, just vibes to close it off. You can, any answer you give is just
what comes to your mind.
What comes to your mind in seconds is what you give us. So I'll be able to give 5 of those, and then Victor will close off with the next 5, just 10. So as we start, Messi or Ronaldo, who does it for you?
Messi. Messi guy.
You think Messi is the goat?
Yeah, Messi is
Okay. I think we fall in line for that.
Yeah.
So MC Katz or MC Kacheche?
Kacheche.
That's bias.
Yeah.
Of course you can't say otherwise. He's your boy.
Yeah, Kacheche is our boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he has a forthcoming
yeah,
event.
and I've already supported him. I bought a table.
Yeah, I saw the video.
Yeah.
And you look forward to buying more of the tickets as well for some people to, like attend?
No, I didn't have that in plan.
You will think about it.
For some people here.
Maybe we can plan and go together, because already I have a table
and it doesn't have to exceed 500. I remember. Okay.
But let me tell you, let me tell you, if someone ever comes and supports you, make sure you support them.
Yeah.
Kacheche has always come to Arena to support us.
We've
He
always
pays
played
money.
matches there. Almost
so it's
every
bad
day.
for me if I don't buy a table for him.
Yeah, more.
It will look so bad. You understand? So mutakwagaliza now mwagaliza. So that's why I'm supporting him. Whenever musicians come, he makes sure these
they come to Arena.
Here. I was not in the county, but to them, he brought them at Arena.
Wow.
They marketed the place. So mutakwagaliza now mwagaliza.
Bosho chino kubera. Okay, morning person or night hustler?
Morning. Morning. What do you mean morning and night hustler? Do I prefer to work in the morning or at night? No. I'm morning person. By 7 I'm awake, because I'm Muslim, so I wake up at 6:30 to pray. Then at 7 even if I go out to club, by 7 my head is already up.
Okay. So one thing you must do every day to feel productive. What's it gonna be?
I think prayer.
Prayer.
Yeah.
If you don't pray, you don't feel productive.
I don't feel productive.
Okay.
And guys, I want to tell you this: never underestimate the power of prayer. Even in my hardware, one day I'll bring you there. I have a prayer room.
Okay.
A prayer room where we pray from. Wow. Yeah, and I've told my staff in the morning when we are opening, I'm never there, but we open with a prayer. So never underestimate the power of prayer. God can change your life, anything. Yeah. Always pray. Yeah.
We have some pastors.
Okay, we have pastors. So in that regard, today, if you lost everything, just as you live, God forbid, what business would you start over with first?
If I lost everything?
Yeah, let's imagine. God forbid, of course you want.
I've always had an idea. Let me tell you this thing. When I finished campus, of course I didn't have so much money to, but I've always wanted to do, it's a funny business. I've always wanted to do funeral service.
Hey, you are not the one who kills the people.
But let me tell you what happened. I told my mom, know what, I have a dream, I want to do funeral service. So kuzika abantu.
That was a dream.
Yeah, I've always,
nightmare.
no, because let me tell you, when I was young, I was like in Peace 5, Peace 7. We lost an uncle, what's called Spencer in Bushenyi. He's the husband to Bet Kamia. He was my uncle. So, but I was young in like P5, P6, but they brought Uganda funeral service. So I don't know how I imagine. I saw the bill. It was a lot of money. I'm like, oh my God, these guys make this much money. I think I need to do this business.
I can't imagine you were seeing money at
funeral. So when I finished campus, I wanted to do it because me, I'm a sharp boy. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go to China. I customize caskets. I make beautiful things. I bring them here. I told my mom, like, Nenda Kuzalu, the day you start that business. So that was the dream died like that.
Okay. All right. The next one. One habit every young entrepreneur must build.
Must build?
Yes.
What do you mean must build?
Okay, must have.
Must have. Habit, a good one, a bad one?
A good one. They should have.
You should have?
Yes.
I think you should save more than you spend.
Okay, that's on point. Yeah. TikTok or Instagram?
No, TikTok.
I know.
Just 2 weeks.
And I've been on Instagram for so many years.
And you've never made a page.
Instagram, people are just praising you, taking good pictures and what, likes and what, but it doesn't make money.
I should try TikTok.
Okay.
Well, you people, let me tell you, there is money.
He has left the brother.
Umal, you should.
But these are corporate people.
Yeah, that's
So, if you have a business, have a hustler, you need to do.
So, don't be biased on this one, please. Kenzo or Jose Chameleon? No.
No, you guys answer for me.
I know very many Chameleon fans here.
I think I should I call him for you here? I should call him because he says hi. He's around.
Wow, that would be nice.
Let me
yes.
video call
Wow. Here we are. Entrepreneurs are here. So Kenzo is the greatest of all time.
He's the greatest.
The question has got an answer.
Okay. Of course.
It's busy.
Okay. Okay. Next question. If Mbarara was to become the business capital of Uganda, what must change first here?
In Western Uganda?
Yes.
The only thing I have not liked so much about Western Uganda, by the way, it's not easy to do business in Mbarara. It's not easy at all. There are so many things. People sometimes they don't look at the product you have, they look at you as a person. People want to support you as a person, not the business. Someone might come to this cafe because he's a friend to Muchara wa Andrew, but not because they have good coffee. You understand? So yes, they have good coffee. You understand? So something I would want to change. I would want them to be open. If this hardware has good things, just support them regardless.
Merit.
Yeah, melt. You understand? That's something I've seen that people this side don't do. And two, they want to support you because of so and so, because of your family. And two, people know you so much that sometimes they don't want to support you. A live example was when I did Arena, someone said, don't go and support Twaha, already they have money.
Oh, okay.
So you can imagine such a statement.
The mindset is just corrupt.
Yeah, so I wish we would change that. That's the only
then
thing.
We'll take off.
And it's free. Someone will put a chin to, they have good services, go and support them.
Okay. Okay. One thing you wish you knew at the age of 25?
One thing I knew.
9 years ago.
9 years. So, but what was that? But by then, to the campus.
Finishing up.
Of course, at that age, we spent some money. Because I remember I bought a car of around like 70 million, a Benz.
Wow.
You guys saw my Benz? I was not yet even married, and but I was young. So those are the mistakes I don't think I can never do again.
Buying a cough serrated.
Yeah.
I wish Mutiaba Ronaldo was around here.
But now I learned you need to keep your money in maybe Japanese cars that don't lose value, they don't depreciate. If you are to buy, so
I was driving a market.
yeah. So now I'm like, I wish I had a market. You get?
Okay.
Because when I was selling that car, I sold it at 35 million.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how.
More than 50%.
Yeah, that's how they depreciate. And guess what? That's
another loss.
So, but I think every youth must make certain mistakes to learn. And you can't learn if you don't make mistakes.
You can't learn a lesson.
Yeah, but right now, I'm satisfied with what I have. I see things in the way I'm like, no, I'm no longer so excited. So you can drive a Brabus, I look at it, I'm like, even if I have that money, I can't buy it. I feel like there are better things I can use that money for. Yeah, there's so many things you learn with age and time. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
One local entrepreneur, people should watch closely.
Local?
Yeah, it can be here or Kampala or anywhere. But Uganda.
Uganda. Entrepreneur. But I think there's so many.
Just give us.
Let me give a scenario entrepreneur. Are you looking at just people who are producing? You know,
Can be anywhere.
Anywhere?
Yeah.
Anyone making money.
There are so many people making money.
But one you think in the next 5-10 years are going to be a big deal.
And I think that like Ham Chigundu. I've realized also we need to have we need to be sharp as people if we are to make more money. You get it? It's not always about now you need to work so hard to become rich. No, it's even to be a chukamoko. You get it? You just need to have the right connections and the right people and the right mind to make money. Why am I saying that? Most of the property he has right now, he didn't buy. He never buys those lands, the government land. If you talk about Makere, it's Makere land. If you talk about Nachivo, it's Ugandan land. And right now, the flooding thing is taking over. Okay? All those are government property land. But he strategizes, he knows the right people to talk to, who will connect him to the president. So he'll get the land at a free cost. He'll use the same money he would have used to buy land to build. So he's working smart.
He makes the right deals.
Yeah, he makes the right deals. Yeah.
Finally, you have to finish the sentence. To you, success is?
I think to me, I feel like success is getting from one point to another one, or getting you from where you are to where you want to be, or where you're going to be. It may be a process. Yeah. If today I had one cow, after like 1 year I have 2 cows, I feel like that's success. Wow. You don't need too much.
Okay.
If you feel like this year I gave my target to make maybe to have my 5 million on my account, and you have like 3 or 4 million. I think that's already you're successful.
Wow.
You've succeeded in what you wanted. You don't need to have too much to be successful.
So
you just have to have a goal. So when you reach your goal,
so success is a process.
It's a process, yeah.
And we always finish by 2 things. One, you always tell us what would you want us to think or become better as business people and young entrepreneurs. That is the first one. And then secondly, who would you wish for us to have, apart from, of course, we are trying to get Andrew, but who would you want us to get next on this table where you are seated here?
Locally here?
Yeah.
There's so many people, but I think I would want you guys to bring some Rutaigwa. He's a successful guy.
Sam Lutaiga.
Yeah.
Only farmers.
Yeah, only farmers.
Okay.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
around.
I think he has made it.
He has made it.
I think he would be a good guy. Then what else?
The other thing is, what would you want us to, what would you think we should focus on or do for us to become better as young entrepreneurs?
As a group, like this group of yours?
Yes, but of course individually. Because each and every person here has a business, you know? So there are some of those things we do. One time Omar told us to go and become heavy on social media. And that was an activity people did.
From
and
your talk and what you really delivered, what are those key deliverables that you think, take homes that you think we should do along the week to improve our different ventures, so that by the next meeting, at least there is, you know, you talked about a milestone that for you every time you, what was it? Every year you buy something to show that you have actually what? Made it to that point, It shows that you've succeeded in that venture. So what would you want us to actually apply this way in our different ventures, maybe from your talk, so that we know that we've moved straight, because now we brought you for lived experience and practicability, other than what we learn in school that may not be applicable in real world setting. Yeah.
I think one, I'll add on what he told you. Yeah, man, you people. If you're a business person, I don't know. But these ones are corporate people. But if you people, if you're a hands-on person, if you're a blue-collar person, I've told you, I've been always afraid on being that that app, yes. But the day I sat down, I'm like, people, things change. We need to accept that the world keeps on changing, right? And the day you accept is when things start changing. When you keep on living in denial, but we'll take another trait now. I can wake up, I post a shirt I'm selling. Even Twaha, she's selling a shirt. Even me who is like in Kampala, I will see that shirt and I like it. And I tell you, do you have my XL size in years? How much? In 50? Can I give you 45 in years? Where are you? I'm in Imbara. Let me put it on the bus. And you make a sale just like that. You don't know the person, you've never met, but you're making money. You understand? So you put the pride aside, put down that we have always thought that TikTok we have bavubuka dancing. But as long as you know, mine, I'm using it to make money. To make sales, period. So if you know you're going to use it for that, do it, trust me. It's going to change. You guys somehow, somewhere, the business will change.
Thank you so much. Maybe I don't know, any final words?
Hey, final words, I'm so happy. Thank you so much, guys, for inviting me. I've taken long to do this, but I'm so happy to be here. It was a short notice, but I'm happy I came. I had so much I've been doing, but I'm happy I made it. I'm here with you guys. Yeah, you get it? That's why I even asked for Dawati. But I'm happy you guys, what you're doing is good, and you're going to benefit from this. Keep on doing. When you come here, make sure you learn one or two things, and when you go back, put it. You apply it somewhere. You can't take everything I've told you, but learn one or two things from what I say. And trust me, just have faith, work hard, believe in your God. One day God is going to open up doors for you.
Wow.
Yeah, things will change and be like, yes. Just have faith in yourself that things are possible. No one doesn't have challenges. Even me, I have challenges. There's a time when I feel like giving up. There's a time when you feel like things are stuck. There's a time when you feel like sales are not there. There's a time when you feel like you're choking. You have so much expenses, but sent it as zero. But what keeps me moving is that I started this,
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Believe in me. Yeah.
You are
me,
him.
everything I do, I already know. So I have self-belief in myself.
All right. So guys, let's give Twaha a very big hand clap. And also please, you can go to Discount Hotel and go to Discount Hardware and go to Mbara Sports Arena. Please, it's Discount Apartments, I mean, Discount Gym where Umao is no longer a member after some little time. But that is all we had today. Thank you so much all for joining us. And thank you guys for always coming every time we put out this. I know slots sometimes may not be enough like today. We had to stop some people from coming. But we really thank you so much for making it here and for working on your businesses. Please keep working, and one day, I am sure I will say that when I listen to Twaha speak at Cafe Kandra, this changed my perspective and changed the way I do business. So I want to thank all of you once again. We are always here every Friday evening to have coffee, to have tea, and also listen to some wonderful words from some of the best entrepreneurs, just not only in Mbarara, but actually in Uganda. So we are always here, Cafe Kandra, 6 p.m. to supposed to be 6 to 8. But as you know, sometimes we go if the conversation is really nice and interesting. We thank you all, and we say